Ever felt like you were dragging a dead weight through every single day? I was there, carrying a friend's drama like it was my own. The jokes stopped feeling funny. The plans stopped feeling possible. I could see the spark in my eyes dimming, just because I kept saying yes to someone who never asked how I was. That's the moment I realized the weight wasn't mine to bear. It was a choice I'd been making for years, and it was killing my momentum. If you stay until the end, you'll feel the exact opposite of that drag. You'll notice a sudden lift in your energy, a sharper focus on the things that actually matter, and a confidence that feels like a new muscle. I'm not talking vague optimism. I'm talking a concrete shift. More time for your projects, clearer boundaries, and the kind of calm that lets you say no without guilt. That's the freedom you get when you finally cut the tie. Let me take you back to the coffee shop on Main Street where I met Mark every Thursday. We'd chat about anything, but his stories always circled back to his own problems. One rainy afternoon, I tried to share a new business idea. He laughed, then dismissed it as too risky. I left feeling smaller than when I arrived. The next week, I walked out without ordering. I walked out of that friendship. The silence that followed felt terrifying, but the space it opened let my idea breathe. Within a month, I had a prototype ready. Before I go further, drop a comment and tell me the name of the person who's been draining you lately. I read every single one, and I'll reply with a quick tip that helped me when I was in the same spot. Your story matters, and sharing it can be the first step toward that lift we're talking about. So type it below, and let's keep this conversation rolling. The second time I cut ties, it was with my own sister's boyfriend, who never stopped criticizing my choices. He'd show up at family gatherings, always with a comment that felt like a jab. One holiday dinner, I finally said, "I'm not going to let you dictate how I live." He left, and the house felt lighter. That night, I booked a flight to a retreat I'd been postponing for years. I came back with a notebook full of goals and a heart that wasn't weighed down by his voice. The hardest cut was my own mother's cousin, who called herself family, but treated me like a project. She'd demand updates on my life, then judge every decision. One evening, after she'd accused me of being ungrateful, I hung up the phone and didn't call back. The next morning, I woke up feeling something I hadn't felt in years: peace. I could finally hear my own thoughts without the static of her expectations. That silence became the background for my first published article, the one that later landed me a speaking gig. Imagine waking up and feeling light, like you've shed a coat you didn't need. Your calendar isn't filled with obligations that drain you. It's filled with time you've reclaimed. You walk into a room and people notice the confidence in your posture. Projects you shelved suddenly feel doable. Relationships that mattered rise because you have the space to nurture them. That's the reality after you stop letting toxic ties dictate your rhythm. It's not a fantasy. It's a day-to-day shift you can start the moment you decide enough is enough. If this hit home, hit subscribe. I make videos like this every week, sharing the real stuff that actually moves us forward. And if you're ready to stop letting this hold you back, comment freedom below. I'll see you in the next chat, and together we'll keep clearing the path to the life you deserve.